kicking things off here on Mid-Michigan Matters. The U.S. Women's Olympic soccer team is trying to get back to their winning ways as they're into the semifinal round. And joining Mid-Michigan Matters today is Michigan State University head soccer coach for the men's team, Damon Rensing. And coach, there's been a big spotlight on the women's team. Obviously, they could not make it in the Olympics in Tokyo, but there's a lot of opportunities here in the next coming days. What is that pressure like?
Well, it's been great for them. They're such an inspiration, and they struggled in the World Cup and the Olympics, but they've got a new coach and a lot of young players, talented players, along with some mainstays that have been there. So they've got a huge game against Germany tomorrow, which should be fun to watch.
That will be all right, the competition. Now, you talk about the young players, so we're going to switch to the men's side a little bit. They didn't make it as far as Team USA would have hoped, but they have a lot of those young players who have the opportunities to build their skills. What are those opportunities like for those 19-year-olds, those 23-year-olds?
Yeah, so in the men's Olympics, you can be professional, but you have to be under the age of 23, and you only have 3 exemptions. So there's 3 players older than the age of 23. But they did pretty well. They got to the quarterfinals, which is the top 8. They've got a lot of young players that are signed over in Europe and professional players, and so I think it really does bode well for the U.S. men's national team as well.
Now, you said that they can only have so many that are above the age of 23. Now, when you have those players who are 19, does that give you more wiggle room to just build up their skills, keep them committed to Team USA, and see how far they can take it?
For sure. That locks them in. Once you play with a country like in the Olympics, you can't switch. If you're a dual national citizen, you're cap tied with that country. So those young players are with USA for life, which is great, and it gives them a lot of experience in high pressure moments.
What have you seen from previous years or previous players who have stuck around at such a young age and stuck with the team? What are they able to do for Team USA? What are the hopes here moving forward in possible Olympics?
Yeah, well, I think you see a lot of young players start out in the Olympics and then go on to help their national team, the full team, when you're 27, 28 years old. And so guys like Landon Donovan back in 2010 was with the Olympics team, and you've seen him turn that into a great career, obviously retired now. But that's one of the things that really benefits the U.S. Olympic Games.
All right, just keeping them with the team. And last thing here, as we talk about the women advancing, how are they inspiring those younger generations?
They're amazing. How they represent themselves on the field, they're winners, but how they take care of themselves off the field is great. I would really focus on the front 3 forwards. Trinity Rodman, Sophia Smith, and Mallory Swanson. They are young players. They score a ton of goals, but they are electric, and they would be the ones to focus on tomorrow if you haven't watched a lot of the Women's Olympics.
All right, we will keep our eyes on those 3. Coach Rensing, thank you so much for joining me in Michigan Matters and getting us pumped up for the women's team.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.